Hello, you all. So this is our first private meeting, right? I want to thank everyone for joining the Patreon community. So let me post everywhere so people know that I'm live. And I'm doing this video before the day 2 challenge video on my regular YouTube channel. So I just want to post everywhere so people know that your girl is live. Okay. All right, so today's topic is about how we can appear to look thinner in our clothing. Now, I don't know when this new wave of people not wanting to look thinner in their clothing came about, but it's weird because I don't know, why wouldn't you want to look thinner in your clothing? So it's a little weird for me that people wouldn't want to look thinner. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. And I'm just gonna wait a few more seconds just to see if anybody, yeah, y'all can hear me. Okay. So yeah. All righty. Looks like y'all can hear me. Looks like y'all can see me. Hi. Okay, so tonight's topic, you got first, before I even get into tonight's topic, I want to thank everybody for joining the Patreon community. I love that we have this private place where we get to chit chat and whatnot about various things that I think people tend to be sensitive about publicly, maybe because they're in self-denial, maybe because they're just not comfortable with themselves enough yet to talk about certain things in an honest and very down-to-earth way. But I care about the people that, you know, follow me and that like my style and that believe that I have things to offer them. So I want to put that out there, that I just want to thank everybody for joining the community. And, you know, it's a respectful, safe place for us to talk about all things related to fashion. So I want to go ahead and get this live done with you guys. So tonight's topic is about your appearance as far as trying to look smaller. So, you know, weight tends to be a struggle for a lot of people. You know, some people have had children. Some people like me have just been chubby their whole life, and weight has always been an ongoing thing. Some people know they need to lose weight, but you know, it's a journey and it's tough. It's very tough to lose weight. And as you get older, I think it becomes even tougher. But I think focusing on your health is a separate issue from your appearance. So no matter how big or how small you are, you still should focus on your appearance. I don't care if you're a size 4 or a size 24. Your appearance should be something that is very important to you. So even if you're on a weight loss journey, or you know you need to lose weight because your knees hurt or you can't do what you used to do, whether you're an older woman, whether you're a younger woman, I know I have a lot of people in my audience who are in their late a little bit older. So we're going to talk about just what we can do right now so that we look amazing in our clothing. And I don't see myself, so that's annoying. I can't see myself on YouTube. Okay, now I can see myself again. Just so you guys go ahead and know, I am in Kuwait and my Wi-Fi here can be sketchy sometimes. So if you can't hear me or anything like that, just wait a few seconds. I'm gonna come back in because the regular Wi-Fi that I usually use, I don't see tonight, which is weird. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so one of the most obvious things that women do to look smaller is wear the color black. Now, I'm not against this, but I feel like, you know, your colleagues, your man, they're going to notice if you wear black all of the time. And then they're going to start like saying, oh, she wears black to look smaller. You know what I mean? So like, you don't want people to know all your cards that you're playing, basically. So you don't want to just wear black all of the time. You want to shake it up sometimes. But I do think black is a very easy way to just appear thinner. It just works every time. I mean, you just can't beat it. But I don't want that to be the strategy that you use all the time. I want that to be like your final result strategy. Say you're going on a date with your husband or your boyfriend, or you're going out for cocktails or dinner with your girlfriends, or, you know, you have any kind of function, a birthday function, just all the life functions that we have, a networking event, whatever. Let black be your last result, because that's what people think big girls or curvy girls or just any girl, even if you're not overweight, let's say you're a size 10, people automatically say, oh, they wear black to look thinner. You know what I mean? So there are some other things I think that we can do to ensure that we look thinner in our clothing. And the number one thing is wear your size. Don't wear it too big. Don't wear it too small. Just wear your size. If you wear your size, you will never go wrong in any way. You won't look bigger than what you are, but you may look smaller than what you are, depending on the outfit that you choose to select. So just wear your size. I think this is a big, big thing with a lot of women, whether they be thin or whether they be curvy. I just think a lot of women think they're wearing their size and they're not. So I would just highly recommend that you wear your size. And when you wear your size, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, you don't have to worry about being uncomfortable in your clothing. You don't have to worry about if people are staring at you. You know you're wearing your size. I've already said this in numerous videos, but wear the appropriate garments. Just wear the correct panties. Go to a good store, a good department store, and get the appropriate panties for under your garments, the appropriate bras, the appropriate shapewear, whatever you need. Experiment and start making sure that your foundation underneath your clothes is correct. Because if the foundation underneath your clothes is not right, you're gonna look a mess. And that's me, that's everybody. We're gonna look a mess if our foundation is not right. So you gotta make sure you have on the right bras. You know, you gotta make sure that you have the right foundation underneath your clothes. Like, that's super duper important. Okay, that's that. Another thing that I think that a lot of women don't do is use accessories enough. So I'm a big proponent of belts. And let me tell you about my sister. My sister is like, she's an apple shape, right? So which means she is curvier on the top. She has small legs, but she has a larger midsection, okay? And so one of the things that she never really did was wear belts. And I would tell her, you know, any woman can wear a belt. Like, I don't feel like you have to have a super small stomach to wear a belt. You just have to wear the right kind of belt. I feel like wearing a belt cinches in the waist and it gives you waist definition, especially for those girls who have a more rectangle shape, meaning like your shape is not pear or it's not hourglass. A belt really helps to define your waist. So I think that if you are, sorry, Nat. I think if your tummy is your problem area, I would totally wear a thicker belt. You got to go wider. Don't try to wear those little skinny belts. If your tummy is like, you know, your problem area, you know that's your problem area, then wear a wide belt. Keep it wide, like a corset belt. Or it could just be a regular belt, but just make sure that it's thicker. so that it can kind of suck you in. Don't go for those little skinny, flimsy belts, okay? Go for something that is going to be able to like suck you in a little bit in the midsection, okay? Another thing that I think you can do to appear smaller in your clothing is make sure that your outfits are proportioned well, okay? So for example, if you are wearing some loose palazzo pants, for example, you know, I love palazzo pants. Y'all know that's my thing. They kind of look like culottes, you know? Then you shouldn't wear like this big oversized top too, because now you're not balancing out your look. You know, if you just start to look wide, when you wear like a wide top or a top that's very embellished, and then you put on like a flare skirt or a skirt that has a lot of embellishment on it, it's like sometimes you just look bigger because there's too much going on. It's like busy. So I would recommend, if you're wearing a tighter top, go with a looser bottom. If you're wearing a loose bottom, go with a more fitted top, not tight. Let me remove that word, fitted. Fitted is what we want in our clothes. We don't want tight because, like I said, it doesn't matter what size you are. If you're wearing something that is too tight, you are not going to be able to play up the best parts of the look, because all people are going to see is like, oh, it's too tight. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or there's something specific you want to ask me. Let me know. For those of you who are watching, because y'all are kind of quiet, I don't see any comments. So yeah. So let's go ahead and recap. I think I hit on 4 things already. 1, black, use that as your backup plan, okay? Don't always fall on black as a way to look thinner. Nothing wrong with it, but totally use that as your backup plan, because then you become predictable. People know that you're gonna show up in the color black. And do you wanna be predictable with your fashions, or do you wanna stand out? You know what I mean? You wanna stand out. You wanna look good. So don't always be so predictable with the color black. Leave that for emergencies, for like when you know you don't have time to look for an outfit. Let black be like your backup plan. And then I think the next point I made was undergarments. Undergarments. You gotta have the right fitting bra. Your girls need to be up. They are supposed to be up, not down on your stomach, not hanging. I mean, they don't need to be sitting right under your chin or anything, but they need to be like up, you know? The right panties. And even if you don't wear shapewear, there are all types of panties that you can wear that suck you in, you know, kind of made from that spandex kind of material. You don't have to wear like super tight shapewear if that's not your thing. You know, you can find undergarments that help smooth you out under your clothes. So go into these department stores. Catherine's has really, if you're plus size, Catherine's has really great shapewear if you're plus size. Why can I talk tonight? If you're plus size. If you are not plus size, I would say go into a department store. And even if you are plus size, you can still go into a department store. You want quality undergarments that are going to hold you in, and you want to have a number of bras, not just 3. You need more than 3 bras. I mean, you got to go with your budget, but save up for these things, because this is what's really going to turn your whole look around, is your undergarments. A lot of people don't know, like they can't figure out what's wrong with their style. And sometimes the simplest thing is it's your undergarments. You know, your undergarments are not giving you the foundation that you need to get the look that you want. Okay. And then what's the third thing I said? Belts. Belts are very, very good. They are a great way to cinch in your waist and make it appear that maybe you're losing some pounds, or you're losing some weight, or you just don't want to look bigger. Maybe you're bigger and you just don't want people to comment, oh, you look like you picked up some weight, you know, because you know how it is. Weight fluctuates. So wear a belt. If your stomach is your problem area, go with a wide belt, okay? If your stomach is not your problem area, you probably could go with like a thinner belt. You know what I mean? Like a belt that's like not so wide. All right. Your proportions. That's the 4th thing that I mentioned. if you're wearing something wide at the bottom, a wide skirt or a wide pair of pants, wide leg pants, make sure your top is fitted. That way you're proportioning yourself, okay? So you don't just look like this, like just blah, you know, you got a big shirt on, you got big pants. Try to make it so that you have like a complete proportionate look. So if you're wearing fitted on the top, you can go loose on the bottom. If you're going fitted on the bottom, you can go looser on the top, okay? That's like the strategy. And then if you try something on and you just don't love it, don't buy it. Y'all, I did this for years. Please don't make my mistake. Stop buying clothes you don't totally love. I do not buy anything unless I 100% love it or need it for something. Okay, so if you don't love what you are buying, don't buy it. Just wait. You're better off to wait and buy the right piece than just randomly buy something. Okay. Curls and curves. Hey, girl. If you're an hourglass shape, what kind of belt would you suggest? Hourglass shapes really could rock almost any type of belt. So an hourglass shape could just do a regular belt with a regular buckle, or there are all kind of buckles you can get. You could do a corset belt. You know, you could do those belts that wrap around. I forget what they're called. You could do a skinnier belt as long as it doesn't look unflattering. So it really does not matter what type of belt is if you're more hourglass, because if you're hourglass, your waist is already kind of defined already, okay? You got probably wide hips, small to medium on the top, and your waist is defined. So it really doesn't matter. You could go corset, wrap belts, regular buckle belts, designer belts, whatever. It doesn't matter what the belt is. But if your tummy is your problem area, go with a wider belt. Just make sure it's wider. And you just go into a store, try on belts with different looks. This takes time, you guys. If you want to be like fashionable, it takes time, because you have to take time with yourself to figure out what you're comfortable in, what looks good on you, people's reaction when you wear certain things. It takes time to figure out like what looks good. You know what I mean? So you have to give yourself time to do this, you know. Go out on your day off and go try a bunch of clothes on with different belts. Try on jumpsuits. Try on, you know, different types of pants. And I have a video on body types. If you guys have not seen that and you don't know your body type, go to that YouTube video on body types, and I'll put it in the Facebook group. For those of you who are in my Facebook group, I'll put that video in the Facebook group, and I'll also put it on the Patreon for those of you who are on the $2 level, but you're not in the community level that has the private Facebook group. So that's what I would suggest for hourglass. It doesn't matter. Get a belt that you like. Make sure it's appropriate for your outfit. You know, you want it to match your outfit, but it doesn't matter what it is. You probably could wear almost any type of belt. But if your tummy is your problem area, you might want to go with a larger or wider belt, okay? And take the time just to try on clothes and look in the mirror and do a 360 and see how you look. So I think those are pretty much the strategies that I use for trying to appear thinner in my clothing. I do love the color black. When all else fails, or I just feel like wearing black, I wear all black because I just love black. That's like my favorite color. Maybe not even so much because it makes me look thinner. It's my comfortable color. I like it, but I don't want to be so predictable all the time. So I like to shake it up. You know, I always make sure my undergarments are on point. When I go back to America in June, I will be hitting Lane Bryant. I will be hitting department stores, and I will be racking up on new bras, panties, and support garments that I need. Okay. I always make sure that if I'm wearing a loose top, my bottom is not loose, because that's just going to make me look bigger. You have to be careful with oversized. You know, if you're more curvy, you have to be mindful of your oversized tops and your oversized dresses. Those are cute and there are ways to do it, but you don't want to wear things that just make you look shapeless or bigger. So you have to go in and play with items that are oversized. But I totally think there's a place for the oversized look too. But do you guys have any more questions? I think those are just my tips that I wanted to start with today. I have to go and do a live on my regular YouTube channel for everyone for day 2 of the Find Your Style Challenge. So I'm going to do that next. If you have a topic that you would like me to discuss, you can leave it on the Patreon page and I will take note of that so we can do a private video on that particular topic. And what else do I want to say? If you are participating and you are on the Facebook community level, please post your pictures daily so we can see what your outfits are. Make sure you are writing down the category of your outfits and everything that you need for that. And yeah, I don't see any more questions. So I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But if you do have any more questions, just leave them under the video on Patreon and I'll get back to you. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Bye.